Alright, so I just finished watching the season finale of Nikita. If I remember right, this was season 3. It feels like it's been forever, but season finale was a pretty good episode. It started off um, like towards the end, showing what happens. And normally when shows do that, I can pretty much figure out what happened like as soon as they show it. Or depending, if like a character dies at that part, it's always like, well, obviously they didn't actually die, or they're gonna be brought back or something like that. And the way it ended, I figured it out. Um, if you're watching this, it's gonna be spoilers because I'm gonna talk about what happened. But it starts off with the president dead, and the first thing I thought was she killed herself, and I was like, if that happened, that's gonna be insane. And I was right. And it goes through the show. It goes back 12 hours, or yeah, I believe 12 hours, something like that. And it got up to that point, and she killed herself, and all these questions come up because it's just even if even though I figured it out, it was still like, how did it happen? Why would she do it? I thought towards the end, before they revealed what actually happened, I figured maybe she was like blackmailed, like they were gonna murder like her entire family or something. But I thought, at the same time, she's like the president. Like, not to say like family isn't important, but I don't know. I guess in any situation, a person would do that because I would too. It's like, you're gonna kill my family, even if I am the president. I guess, yeah, I'll kill myself if I have to. But when it happened, it was just like, you know, what in the world is going on? And before that, they had the guy who is already in the White House, who was against, or who worked for Amanda in the group too. And I just didn't see the whole like a double body switch thing coming. And I thought that was a great twist for the episode, even though, like I said, I figured it out in the beginning. But when they revealed exactly what it was, that really led to what could happen for next season. They're gonna find out she's alive towards the end, and they're gonna find a way to get her back, get the actual president back. And it's gonna be like, they clear Nikita's name and answer all the questions, why and all this stuff. They had the president switched out. They could have controlled the America, but instead they decided to kill off the president to cause chaos for whatever reason. Which obviously, if having your own president isn't enough, then you're obviously trying to do something global, you know. But I thought it was a great episode. I love how they did it with the whole nanites, you know, I, I, killing Michael. I couldn't remember his name, but like killing Michael for a little bit, and he like made the joke like how everyone pretty much like died for a little bit and came back in the show. And it was a funny little joke, and it made sense because everyone had pretty much done that. But I really enjoyed how they ended that, and like how they did the whole thing where he was willing to die for Nikita so that she wouldn't kill the president. And of course that led to the president killing herself. But it just showed true love. Like, once again, I'm forgetting names. Ryan, he mentioned when before Nikita left, she said that she gave up chasing Amanda because Michael, he loved her and she loved him. And he said, now that's true love. And it's true, giving up revenge and also your life, that shows how much you care for someone. And Michael was gonna just let himself die because he didn't want Nikita to go to prison for killing the president. She probably would have been like instantly executed. But you know, hey, those things, it was really a really impactful moment for. Even though it was so small, it was really impactful to show he cares about her more than he cares about himself. And vice versa, she cares about Nikita cares more about Michael than she does about herself. And that's how they work, but at the same time it's how they don't work. But they go through, they finally escape. Amanda figures out they solve the nanite problem, and she sends the Dirty 30 to kill him. And they just like kill all of them. And it was funny when Burkoff like shot up all the people in the hallway. It's like, how you like me now? I thought that was funny. And when they had like his bench, and they had like the little Assassin's Creed Ezio. I was like, oh, that's cool. They always show random like games. So they have like they've had Mass Effect a couple of times, and I can't think of the other games, but you know it's like Mass Effect, and they had Assassin's Creed, and then he got shot and Ezio like exploded. I was like, oh, Ezio, why? But I was like, oh, that's why they showed it in the beginning because it got shot up in this scene. But you know they were working to take out the Dirty 30, and I thought it was pretty cool how they did it. You know, they ran out of ammo, and Barkov had to like shoot the first guy, and Alex and Ryan had to like sneak up behind the other people, and they still couldn't take them all down because you know these are like highly trained assassins. Plus, you know there were like five of them, so they were each getting beat up. Or I guess there were five in the beginning, and Barkov shot the one guy, so it was four. And one guy went for Barkov. Two took on Alex, and Ryan took on one guy, but he had a knife on him, and he ended up getting sliced. And I thought he was gonna end up dying because I was like, man, he already got shot. I thought he was just gonna get like stabbed in the stomach or something, but instead he got cut. But like I really enjoyed it. And then you know they're all getting beat up, and then Nikita just comes in like shooting people. It reminded me of a movie, I think, or it might not have been a movie. It was something where a person just came in like shooting people with machine guns. I can't remember what movie it was, and it wasn't Wanted. It was something where it looked just like that, and the person just came in really simple, and they were just like shooting a bunch of people up. But I just couldn't remember what movie or show that was. But that's what it reminded me of. And you know, she just comes in, just you know, laying people out. They solve that problem, and they have the scene where Michael, you know, comes back. And I was like, if I have to watch another person die in a season finale, like I watched Arrow and I saw like the Revenge season finale and stuff. Spoilers. Well, obviously somebody does. You don't know who, but you know, people disappear. I was like, if I have to watch one more person die this season, I'm gonna like, lose my mind. But you know, he came back, which I kind of expected, but you know, it was kind of iffy for me. I guess because of all the other season finales I saw from my shows or my other shows. But you know, he came back through it, and they leave Division, they blow it up, they find a new spot, and then they have to figure out, you know, how are we gonna solve this problem with Nikita being the killer of the president, and they have to basically start all over. You know, new warehouse. You know, obviously, like pretty much no team there. It's just them, and you know, no pardons anymore, of course. And you know, they're like, all right, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have this base. We're gonna get the answers to all the questions we have. And then, you know, Nikita's only thinking about how everyone else is in danger because of her, and she leaves. And you know, it ends right there. You know, she's gone. She leaves the ring for Michael, and she's just driving away. And you know, they're in their base now alone. So whatever the next season is going to be, I think it'll be pretty interesting because it'll kind of go back to almost what the first season was, where Nikita was kind of on her own, except this time she'll be, you know, she'll really be hunted by everyone and not, you know, instead of Division, you know, the government. And you know, the rest of the team, they're gonna have to try to find her too, and then deal with Amanda in the group and how they're gonna, you know, stop them from doing whatever it is they're doing and how they did it. You know, they're gonna find out that the president actually is alive, and all these things that they're gonna have to do with pretty much nothing. You know, they start from scratch, and I really enjoyed how it ended with that sort of split. You know, she's really upset. You know, everything worked out with Michael, but you know, more than ever, the people she cares about are in danger, and you know, she has to go out on her own. And you know, who knows what that's gonna bring for next season, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope that it's not the final season, because I know it's been renewed, but it's been renewed for a shorter season, and I'm really hoping it's not the last, because like I love Nikita. It's a great show. It's got like, you know, good story, good action. The comedy's really good too, but I really like Burkoff. He makes a lot of references that I understand. But you know, the show as a whole, it's a really good show. Like once I found out that it might not get renewed, I was like, I have to watch it every Friday live just to really make sure like my one view is in. But you know, it got renewed, and like I said, it's not a final, but it's a shorter season, and I really hope it's not the final season. So, if you're watching this and you like Nikita, if you haven't even seen Nikita, get on board so when it comes back next season, we can like boost the views up way, really high so we can get a fifth season and keep it going for as, long as the writers can until they decide to end it. But overall, love the season finale, love the series as a whole. Every episode is always just something good. And I cannot wait for next season, which, like I said, I really hope is not the final season of Nikita. But comment below. Let me know if let me know what you thought of the episode, what you thought of the season, and what you think of the series so far. You know, if you can remember back from all the way, season one, how it's so different from what it used to be. She's out on the run, and then you find out Alex is with her, and they're up against division, and now there is no division, and they're not even a team anymore. What do you think of the show and where it's gone from where it came from? So comment below, rate, subscribe if you like. Thanks for watching.